Up next, and we're in Dubai, and whilst the Middle East has always had a great love affair with cars, when it comes to classics, most remain locked up out of sight like a vintage wine. But there's one light-bodied red you'll definitely see a lot of on the roads in the UAE, and that's Gaurav Dhar's Chevy V8 powered hot rod.
It's the only one that's driven regularly on the roads, and it's become part of the tarmac.
Gaurav's staying tight-lipped about how much the Red Baron cost, but he's also had some pretty good offers in the short term he's been driving it around.
Anywhere between 115 to about 150 to 200,000 dirhams have been offered on this car from some very serious people. But I can't do it because this car, I've had it for 2 months and I've driven it 2,500 miles already.
It took a lot of research before Gaurav found the Red Baron in the US, and it's unlike any other hot rod you might find in this region.
The car itself is very unique. It was built by a gentleman in Oregon. He built this with a 1927 Ford underbody, which would be the ladder chassis and the rest of the bits. And it's been powered by a 1967 Corvette V8. And all that torque and all that power from that 5.7 litre 350 cubic inch engine is channeled to the back wheels very happily from a 1.5 ton truck rear axle and a Mustang rear end as well.
Gaurav's on a mission to help develop the classic car scene in the UAE and the Middle East.
And if I wanted to buy a car that was so special I had to tuck away in the garage, you'd never see it. But this is something where I felt like people needed to see that there was more in the world of cars than just supercars or modern cars, and that old cars can be fun. You know, they really can be a lot of fun. Really trying to save classic cars here or promote classic cars here, because classic cars should be respected and protected a lot more.
And getting out and about in the Red Baron, with its roaring straight through pipes, is a great way to create interest.
I've had lots of lovely Ferraris coming up to me, pulling me alongside the road and just doing a little tete-a-tete. I've had an SLS Gullwing come up to me and he goes, "Race, race?" And I went, please, he'll dust me in an SLS.
This isn't Gaurav's first classic either. He started off with a 1969 Stingray and currently has a 1960 Triumph TR3A. But it's the tradition behind the hot rod that makes them so special.
Every setup is unique, every hot rod is unique. And you can't hide that under a cover. You have to let people see the handiwork, the pride, the joy, the effort that's gone into this magnificent rolling piece of art. Your Gullwing Mercedes-Benzes, you know, your V8 engines, all of them are predated by these guys, because the Yanks came home, the Americans, the GIs, had no money, and they wanted to go fast. And they had all these skills, so they bought the scrap 27s, cut them up, put bigger engines in them, went out to the Salt Lakes, the Bonneville Flats and the rest of it, and just put their foot down and just wanted to see how fast they could go.
And now he's definitely caught the bug. The search is on again for something even more special.
I've got my eye right now on a very special car. It is a 1931 Ford. It's a black and it's got a 1956 Hemi Firepower 354 engine.
But for now, the Red Baron continues to fly the flag for the classic car scene in the Emirates.
You feel like you're transported back in time, you know, with that wooden steering wheel and the crazy gear stick and the view that you got, and seeing this big engine open out in front of you, and it is like going back in time. There's nothing like it. You can't beat the experience. And my friend described it perfectly. He said they're time capsules.
So if you want to get involved in classic cars, or just speak to someone in the know, then visit Gaurav's Facebook page at Rolling Art Emporium.